welcome back. This is another devlog. Had a little bit of a break again. Things have gotten busy, but that's alright. At the end of the last devlog, I mentioned that I wanted to start on a new idea, and I've made some progress on that. So let's have a look. It's probably most easy to show you on a planet. Went through and fixed up some of these things as well. So some of these things are still not quite where I want, but it's mostly for testing. Let's move away from the teleporter, get rid of that UI. So if I press the P button, I now have live photo. So, photos. I want to be able to take photos in this game, and even better, I want them to move. So we can see here, so this is a photo that is automatically taken at the start of the game of this section on this planet. So that's why the dog isn't here. But I can take another one. I can go take live photo, get a nice little reticle that's hopefully mostly lined up. And hey, live photo too. There's that dog there. And then obviously, it's not just another camera view. Internally, it's actually taking a full-on duplicate all of these objects that are within frame, and then display them later as a photo. Really, what I want this to expand to. Really, I want this to expand to a compendium. I want to have it. You can come down to a planet, find a tree or a bird or some animal that you haven't discovered before, and take a photo of it, and it'll go into a compendium. And then you will be able to have live photos of it, and then hopefully have it with maybe some way of displaying them within a ship. I haven't quite figured out exactly how that'll work in a ship, but got ideas. But yeah, this photo thing works for in ships as well. You can see here, I've taken a photo of my current setup. I can go into a chair and start flying around, and one of the tricky things was to figure out how best to handle, if the ship is moving. Hold on. There we go. Did you get it? Oh, might not have gotten it. Don't do too many inputs at once. There we go. So we can see the engines are considered to be on. It's obviously not a perfect recreation because there's kind of a few more things going on. But yeah. So I want to be able to have it that you can take a photo, you can then say, oh yeah, this planet is in shot, this ship is in shot, this other ship is in shot, and it's currently in motion. Be able to figure out all these things. And even better, have it where on the side here, the UI's a little cramped, have it where be able to highlight and be like, these are all the things. And then when you go into your compendium or of this planet, and be like, oh, here is this bird species, and you've taken these photos of that bird. And not have it that if you take one photo and there's say 3 different birds in one shot, it's not well, that one photo was we only registered one bird that was in the middle. And it's well, no, you took a photo and there's 3 birds in shot. The only thing which I haven't really done yet, which shouldn't be too hard to do, is that when you take a photo of a space portal, the space portal is considered off. That shouldn't actually be too tricky, but it may require a slightly different way. It shouldn't be too bad, actually. Anyway, internally, if we bring up the debug, we go list out all the objects, show, and then for some reason it likes to default to being really small. I've rejiggered some things, but yeah, you can see it's just a big old duplicate. And it's duplicated these photos, and these photos are effectively, to some degree, interactable. If I go down to live photo 3, and here's the player, I think? That's the player's ship. Player. So the player is right in the middle at the moment, but if I just go 20, boop, player's over there now. These photos are manipulatable. Manipulable? They're clearly not set in stone. They are not just a screenshot. And I kind of like that. I kind of want to have it that ideally that you could work that into the game where the photos are actually you can go back and tweak things later, Or ideally I want to have it that's like maybe you take a photo and if you want to display some animals, it's like great, you've taken a photo of an animal with this animation, because it will capture the current animation. As we can see here, that's the idle animation 2 of the dog. But yeah, you've captured that and you can just place that on your ship as like a hologram. I need some air quotes in there. Yeah, so it's taken a little bit of time sort of figuring out how best this should work. As we can kind of see from this, when it takes a copy, it does take a copy of the whole scene and not just what's within view. But that's just like a thing I haven't done yet, and that's more, well, it's an optimization as well as a, hey, if you take a photo and it says that all the things on the planet are within view, when actually it's like only this dog, this bird are in view, then yeah, that's not going to be good. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. It's been a lot of fun. It feels like I've got a bit of a goal in that I can, it's a thing that is at least specific to exploration. Even if it's still not the most dog-like thing, it is still there. I also went through and kind of fixed up some of the broken items, because before, things weren't in the original positions and I wasn't able to teleport to other ships, so it's like all of that's back in there now. Can push people around still. People? Dogs? Yeah. Anyway, hoping to keep this a little bit shorter, and hopefully I'll have something to show in terms of linking up that photo to a compendium in the next one, because I have made a start, but there's no UI for it, so nothing to show. Anyway, see you in the next one.